What's going on, guys? Alain Gonzalez here with musclemonsters.com, and welcome to another episode of Ask Alain, where I take your questions directly from my Facebook fan page and answer them right here in one of these videos. Alright, without further ado, let's get right into it. First question comes from Noel. Recently it was posted that heavy weights and low reps are not optimal or good for gaining mass. My question is, what happens when you advance during progressive overload? Eventually, I will come to a point where I will have to lift heavy. Would doing 8 to 12 reps of heavy weights give good results or overwork the muscles? Or keeping the reps low, which brings me back to the point where heavy weights and low reps are not optimal. Kind of lost here. Thanks, Alain. Noel, that's a great question. What you got to remember is that you have to look at it in context. All right? Heavy weight is not really what's associated with whether you'll grow or not. It's the low rep versus high rep, okay? So if you're training heavy, typically you're not going to be able to push for 8 reps of a heavy load. Otherwise, it wouldn't be considered heavy. And now I know in your mind, and even in my mind, when I'm training, let's say for the bench press, I'm hitting my 8 reps and the weight that I'm using is heavy. However, in context to that, that wouldn't be considered heavy, because a heavy weight is something you can only push from maybe 1 to 5 or 6 reps. All right, so as long as you progressively overload, you'll be fine. All right, so keep putting weight on as long as you're hitting those reps. Now, it's totally fine to go down to the 5 and 6 rep range, and I do so myself when I do my wave loading, because this is going to help increase strength, and obviously strength and size go hand in hand because of the principle of progressive overload. And in order to grow, you have to, in short, push more. Okay? So, great question. Next question comes from Juan. Where can swimming be incorporated when it comes to trying to grow mass yet staying lean? Well, it could be incorporated as a form of cardio. You got to remember that if you're trying to put on mass, you have to be in a caloric surplus. And even though swimming is not going to be that taxing, assuming you're not doing the same training as Michael Phelps, then all you have to do is make up for that calorie expenditure by eating a little more to make up for it. All right? And if you're wondering on how much to eat in order to build mass while staying lean, I'll put a link in the description to a video I did that goes over how to calculate that for you in specific, all right? Next question comes from Apo. I work out every day at 6 a.m. for about 35 to 45 minutes before breakfast. I lost a lot of fat already and gained a little muscle. Would it be better for muscle gains to eat breakfast first? This is a great question, and I also train fasted. I don't eat breakfast before I train. But this is totally up to you. All right? If you feel good and strong and primed without breakfast, then don't include breakfast. I find for me personally, if I eat before I train, I'll feel lazy and I won't be as strong. Now, this is not the same for everyone. This is totally independent. All right, so it just really depends on you. If you feel better with breakfast in you, try it out, see how you feel. If you feel better, then do it that way. If you don't, then do it the other way, because ultimately what your goal is in the gym is to perform well. All right? And last question comes from Prince Kane. What's the best workout schedule? Prince, there is no best workout schedule. All right, if you're a beginner, I would probably suggest that you train 3 to 4 days a week with 1 to 2 days in between of rest, and follow a full body workout similar to what I have in my Mass in a Flash guide, which is totally free. I'll put a link in the description to that if you want to download that. And again, there's no best workout schedule, all right? And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button below. Make sure to like the Facebook fan page at facebook.com/musclemonsters. Get your questions answered, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.